Deeds leading to relief from torment. Dear Islamic brothers, when Allah showers His mercy on someone, He accepts even a minor deed and forgives him. Adiš mentions several different people who were blessed by Allah and were saved from torment due to certain deeds. Sayyiduna, Abdur Raman bin Samurah has narrated that once the Prophet of mankind, the peace of our heart and mind, the most generous and kind and amp, came to us, and said, "Last night I had a dream in which I saw that 1. The angel of death came to seize a person's soul, but his obedience to his parents appeared in front of him and saved him. 2. A man was being punished in his grave, but his virtue of performing Wudu saved him. 3. A man was surrounded by devils, but his act of making the Zikr of Allah saved him. 4. A man was surrounded by the angels of retribution, but his salah saved him. 5. A man's tongue was hanging due to thirst. He would approach a pond to drink water but was not permitted to drink, then his fasts arrived and quenched his thirst. 6. A man was trying to get closer to the prophets but was not permitted, his ritual bath arrived and sat him beside me, i.e. next to the Holy Prophet. 7. A man was frightened due to be surrounded by intense darkness, but his Hajj and Umrah came and brought him out of darkness and took him to light. 8. A man wanted to talk to the Muslims but they did not pay him any attention, then his virtue of behaving relatives well asked the Muslims to speak to him, so they began to converse with him. 9. Fire was approaching the face and body of a man who was trying to protect himself by using his arms, but then his charity arrived and served as a shield for him. 10. A man was surrounded by the angels of retribution, but his virtue of calling people towards righteousness and preventing them from evil saved him and took him to the angels of mercy. 11. A man was sitting on his knees but there was a veil between him and Allah, then his good character arrived and made him meet Allah. 12. The book of the deeds of a man was about to be given to his left hand, but then his fear of Allah arrived and he was given his book of deeds in his right hand. 13. The weight of a person's good deeds was less than that of his bad deeds, but his generosity arrived, increasing the weight of his good deeds. 14. A man was standing at the edge of hell but his fear of Allah arrived and saved him. 15. A man fell into hell but the tears he had shed out of the fear of Allah came and saved him. 16. A man was standing on the bridge of Sirat and was shaking like a branch, but then his hope that Allah will have mercy arrived and saved him, and he passed the bridge. 17. A man was crawling across the bridge of Sirat, but then his recitation of Salat upon me stood him up and helped him pass it. 18. One of my followers reached the portals of heaven but they were closed, then his witness, "There is none worthy to be worshipped except Allah," came and the portals opened, allowing him to enter. Excruciating punishment for telling tales. 19. The lips of some people were being cut. I asked Gilbert, "Who are these people?" He replied, "They used to tell tales." Horrific punishment for accusing others of sins. 20. Some people were hanging by their tongues. I asked Gilbert as to who they were. He replied, "They used to falsely accuse others of committing sins." Shar Us Sutter, pages 182.